Hi everyone, I'm just doing a video about something that I touched on a couple of weeks ago with regards to boiler servicing. Now, the question is, do you get your boiler serviced regularly? Whether it's new or it's been around a while, it's important to get it done because it helps to keep your boiler running smoothly. You can pick up problems that might arise in the future, and you can nip it in the bud before it ends up costing you a new boiler. So it is really important. Now, especially on new installs where boilers are still under warranty, it's shocking at the amount of people who just don't keep it serviced regularly. They don't do it annually. They maybe miss a year out, and whether that's because they forget or they don't want to pay, the fact is that it gets forgotten, and if there's no record, the manufacturer can be funny and void the warranty. Now, boiler servicing varies with different engineers, so we can only go off what we do. Now, we think that a good boiler service for a modern boiler, that is, because old boilers are different, back boilers, things like that, they're a different entity really, but for a new boiler, a good service is typically, we would go in, we would do a pre-service check. We'd make sure the boiler's working properly on hot water, if it's a combi, on hot water and on heating. If it's a system boiler or a heat-only boiler, we make sure that it's functioning properly before we start taking anything apart. We then do a visual inspection to make sure that everything's up to current safety standards. You'd be surprised the amount of boilers that aren't. And usually it's minor things, but you can come across some major things, so it is important to do that. At that point, we'd take the front cover off. We would have an inspection of the boiler inside to make sure that there's nothing drastically wrong, and if there is, obviously make the customer aware of that before we get to that point. If everything's okay, we then start stripping it down. So you would start cleaning key components like electrodes, condensate trap. You would take the burner cover off and go inside to the heat exchanger and clean that. Just a general look around, make sure there's nothing obvious that could go wrong in the future and be a costly repair. Some boiler manufacturers state that you've got to replace the burner seals annually. Some don't, so again, it's handy to have the manufacturer's instructions there and keep them safe, so that the engineer's always got a guide, because sometimes we can't always get the internet. Once you're happy with everything, you would then go on to cleaning the magnetic filter on the heating system, and you would check the condition of the water to make sure that it's got the right amount of chemicals in it. So that's quite important, because ultimately it's the quality of your heating water which generally brings your boiler to its knees when it goes wrong. After that, you would go on to a flue gas analyzer test and combustion test to make sure that the efficiency of the boiler is correct. That can sometimes pull up problems with the gas supply, under gas pipes, or problems with the actual boiler, like just because the gas valve looks okay doesn't mean it's working properly. So after the service, we provide a report, a gas boiler service certificate or a gas safety certificate, depending on what they've requested. And then along with that would be a report to basically notify the customer of any issues that we might come across, and any associated costs. Now, don't let your boiler's health slip. You've got to keep it running efficiently. You've got to keep it safe, and that is all a part of regular servicing. So if you've got any questions about this, feel free, drop us a message, get in touch, even book us in to come and do yours if you want to do that, or use your engineer. But make sure you get it done regularly, because it is really important.